He's been around so long. He's seen everything. And I think he pretty much summed up what a lot of us knew was going to be the case.
Yeah.
If he was going to play, he was going to be in San Jose. It was going to take a while for them to figure out how much money is left over after San Jose has done most of their other business. And whatever was left, that's what he would take on a 1-year deal. He's not trying to get 2 years. He maybe could somewhere else in the league. He's not trying to get every single cent out of the San Jose Sharks. He's made a lot of money in his career. He's very comfortable there. He's still a very effective player. And he still wants to achieve the one thing he has not done. It's win a Stanley Cup. And I think he still thinks San Jose for the next couple of years have that chance.
Well, he's been playing in the league for about to be 22 seasons. We know what Jumbo Joe can do on the ice, but how much of an intangible impact do you think he has on this team, especially with the departure of Joe Pavelski?
Maybe as important as ever for him to be in the room, because you think about some of the stuff that they've lost, as you mentioned, Joe Pavelski, their captain leaving. Someone's going to have to fill that void, or a group of guys will have to fill that void. But Joe Thornton's been captain before in San Jose. Of course, he has the universal respect of everyone, management, coaches, players, and he can help do some of what Joe Pavelski did. And he won't be named captain, I don't think, because of his age. And if it goes to someone else, he can help whoever eventually is named captain.
It almost helps like soften the transition.
Yeah, buffer that transition from a guy who used to be captain, still a leader there. So that's part of it. The other part of it is that he's in a perfect role in San Jose. Perfect. Because he can, as great as we love you, Joe, you can't play 20 minutes anymore. You probably can't even play first-line center anymore. But you put him in that third-line center spot because they have Logan Couture. And they have Tomas Hertl playing 1-2 down the middle. All of a sudden, Joe Thornton in the third line at 13, 14 minutes is a really good player. He doesn't have to go up against the other team's top defenseman. He doesn't have to check the other team's top lines. They have guys that can do that, so he can just play and really take advantage of some of the favorable matchups that he gets. Makes him a pretty effective player.
And how happy is one Mr. Kevin Labanc with this deal?
Well, absolutely. Yeah, for a couple of different reasons. One, Kevin Labanc's a big part of that third line, and him and Joe Thornton were attached at the hip last year. And the big reason why Labanc had the good year he had was because he played with Joe Thornton. Now, Labanc signed that curious 1-year deal for not a lot of money. If he wants to get that next big contract, he's going to want to have another good offensive year, and playing with Joe will help him get it.
Certainly.
So I know it's not lost on chemistry and continuity and who works well with each other. San Jose's still trying to win now. You can tell by the money they've spent on Erik Karlsson and Burns and Vlasic and Vander Kane and all down the list. They want to win now. So having Joe there, having chemistry with Kevin Labanc, having that be 2/3 of your third line, knowing that it's going to work, it just makes a lot of sense. Took a while, but I don't think, like some of the other guys we talked about, maybe there's some angst as the summer progressed. I think Joe was pretty chill about the whole thing, knowing it was going to work out. And it makes a lot of sense on a 1-year deal. One more run at it, see what happens this year, see how his body holds up, and take his chance of winning a cup in San Jose.
So whose team is it now? Would it be Logan Couture's team?
I think so. I think so. I think it's Logan.
It's got to be, right?
He's got the personality. He's got the game. He's got the tenure. And it doesn't have to be Erik Karlsson. He's still relatively new there. Brent Burns is a unique character, but maybe not inclined to have that role all on his shoulders. Joe Thornton's at the end of his career. He had it. It's not there anymore. So it's not by process of elimination, but he is probably the best candidate. So to me, Logan Couture, given all that he means to that team on the ice, but really what he means to that team in the locker room. Different kind of leader than Joe Thornton or Joe Pavelski or Brent Burns. He's a little quieter, but in the room when you get around that team, playoffs, I've covered them about 4 years in a row, you know he's got the fire to keep everyone accountable and keep pushing that San Jose Sharks team forward. So I think if they're going to make a call, I'd pick Logan Couture.
San Jose looking to contend once again with Jumbo Joe Thornton on their roster for at least another season as he chases that Stanley Cup. I think a lot of people would like to see Jumbo Joe finally win one. Imagine he did it in his 22nd season. After all the injuries and everything he's been through over his career, it would be something else.
Hockey world would be happy for him.